Hi, and welcome to another LRCC Soundbite. You know, for the last 25 years now, one of the technology advances that I'm aware of that's provided great benefit, but for me personally a great headache, it's sat on my computer at work. Instant Messenger, or some derivative thereof. If you don't know what that is, it's quite simple. I select someone, anyone in the business, and I send them a message that instantly appears on their screen. They get a reply box and we can have a conversation through typed messages. I'm sure you'll recognise that through social media apps or even plain old text messages on your mobile. You know, when I receive a message, I look at two things. Who's it from and what does it say? Many times it will say, "Hi Ian," and that's it. Maybe it will say, "I need a favour," or "I need some help." If the message is from one of the people who work for me or someone I know very well, then I'll usually reply. If not, I often wait to find out what they really want before admitting that I'm there and reading the message. Sometimes the favour is really quick and easy, just a quick answer or something like that. Other times they want me to drop everything and spend the next few hours sorting their problem out for them. And they might not know what impact their quick question is going to have. Of course, before instant messaging came along, we'd phone people up or talk to each other with these questions. Imagine that. You know, one day, two of Jesus' friends came up to him and did just that. They asked, "Will you do us a favour?" Or, "What do you want me to do for you?" Jesus asked. These two were called James and John. And they said, "Well, you know how you're a king and all that, and one day you'll be there on your throne in all your glory and ruling this amazing kingdom that you're telling everybody about. Well, when that happens, would it be okay if the two of us were to sit there with you, sort of one on each side, one on your left, one on your right?" Now, you know, I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound like a small favour to me. It's not quite on the level of, can you pass the salt, is it? And I think Jesus probably took a breath, looked back and tried to figure out where did that come from. Jesus told them a few things. First, could they do all the things that he would do? Could they withstand the suffering that he knew he was going to go through? Could they sacrifice themselves as he was going to sacrifice himself? And of course, their immediate answer, probably without even thinking, was yes, of course we can. But then Jesus turned things around in a way, you know, like he did so often. And first he told them, actually, it's not for me to say who is going to get those places. That might seem a bit odd. If Jesus is the ruler, the one ultimately in charge, then surely it is up to him to make those appointments. But then secondly, to clarify the point, Jesus talked again about serving. One translation of the Bible that I read put it like this: "I didn't come to be a slave master, but to be a slave who would die to rescue everyone." That's big. Jesus was saying that being in charge, being the ruler, being the king, wasn't about being the most important, but it was about being the ultimate servant, doing whatever was needed for any of the people. That was radical then, and actually if you look around our world today, it's still radical. You know, we don't tend to see the rulers of the nations as the servants that do anything necessary to help their people. So bring it back to us. Where do we see our place in the world? And what do we want out of it? Where do our desires sit in our stack of priorities? And where does helping other people fit? Are we looking for positions of importance or simply looking for ways to make a difference? We'll think about this more in the coming weeks. But there's a lot to think about, isn't there? I do hope you have a great week. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.